Hey everybody, last war of the season, number 12 versus NOX. We have to win. We absolutely have to win if we want to stay in Platinum 1. And so you guessed it, Corvus is coming out, and he's coming out boosted to the teeth with all the masteries and everything. So I do like running Suicide Masteries on the off season, so last night I threw the Suicides on, full Liquid Courage and Double Edge. Gonna help me in the arena, gonna help Corvus a lot. So I'm basically gonna use Corvus this war, and it's gonna be pretty savage here. So I start my path with a 20% boost, not the big ones yet, because these. I feel confident enough that I probably didn't even need to use that boost, but I figured I'll build up the inventory a little bit during the off season and the start of the next season. I throw the regeneration boost so that I can just take a nice little bit of chip damage. I never use those anyway. I save the cosmic power and special boosts for later on. So I'm looking at these, I do not really know who a science champion is going to be on this node. I'm looking for an Ant-Man for the Avengers kill, but they Corvus proof this lane pretty good. But luckily, the only time I need Corvus is when there's an Iron Man Infinity War on my path, and you don't need the glaive charges to take out an Iron Man Infinity War. You don't need them at all, actually. You don't even need Suicide Masteries. He's such a good counter for that Iron Man that you can just go for it. So I do take some recoil hits right here, but I'm still regenning a little bit from the boost, and it times out perfectly where I kill this Red Hulk right as the boost wears off. So I got pretty good use out of that boost right there. We're moving on to node 14. I occasionally get to pick this one up, and I did this on purpose. I waited to start my path because I was hoping that this was a 6-star unduped Captain America. I'm really looking for that Avengers charge just because I want to make this as easy as possible for me. But look, it turns out it is Captain, but it's not the right Captain. This particular Captain is not one of the Avengers. I think that's got something to do with, World War II. He wasn't, the Avengers weren't even founded yet, I think. So only the classic Captain is an Avenger. So there's that. Unfortunately, I think the other team knew what they were doing, and I'm looking at the damage I'm doing, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to run out of glaive charges during this fight. So might as well throw that, eat the recoil. I'll throw a potion in later. The potions are cheap. Going in for another 5-hit combo. Going in for this special one. A quick tip with the Corvus, if they have an Arbor Break on, your special one does slightly more damage. Might as well take advantage of it. And then I was able to use it before the glaive charges wore off, and now I'm just basically in slugfest. Just do as much damage as I can while this glaive is recharging. A Sig 200 Corvus actually recharges his glaive in 30 seconds. It's really quick, actually, so cannot wait to get this guy up. I might start throwing 6 stones into him instead of Phoenix for prestige, because this guy's going to get up there too in prestige. And I throw a special 2 that actually kills him without the crits. So we move on to node 33. It's Corvus all the way, guys. I'm hunting. I'm just hunting for a persistent charge here. I mean, this is the definition of hunting. I'm just going in, searching for it. I use a level 3 and a level 2 here, just to top myself off. No reason to go in not at full health, because this, guys, you don't. I think some people who listen to my war videos or watch them understand, because maybe they're in some of these high stakes wars, but when the entire season depends on it, so look at this, I'm buying the boosts, not a big deal, I've got some units, but the entire season, you're talking, the difference is like 5,000 tier 5 basic shards multiplied across 30 people, right? So there's a lot on the line, and I don't want to be the one that messes it up for 29 other people, right? So you can see what I did here. That is about the maximum strength I can get a Corvus with the units that I think somewhere you can buy the 20% attack boosts. I don't remember exactly where. You can buy them somewhere. So the only thing I need to do to max this out just a little bit more is give myself a free bar of power at the start of a fight. I think I'm going to do that. Not on this one, but the next one. I think on this one, yes, I go for the regeneration again. It's not, why not? I barely ever use those, and it might save me a few potions, and it's a good trade-off, loyalty for glory, kind of, and it'll just help inside the fight if I get hit, just to regen tiny bit. It's not very much. It turns out it's a sentry. It's not that captain I was looking for, the classic captain. Thought maybe that would be cool if I could fight the classic captain and get that charge, but nope. Sentry is he's not in any of the class or groups that give Corvus any charges. So I'm just using willpower and the boost to stay topped off. It's working pretty well, and I just go in for the assist. I didn't want to risk it. I probably could have gotten that kill there, but I didn't want to need a special 3 from Sentry, so I backed off, baited the special 2, and we went back on. So this is the villainy node. I didn't know there is an armor on this, so could it be a Black Panther Civil War? Who knows? Let's take Corvus. Let's see if we can get that charge, because Black Panther Civil War is part of the Avengers, but it's a Taskmaster. Okay, so I'm going into Iron Man with no charges. That's okay, though. Look at this Taskmaster just melt. It's no problem for this boosted Corvus. He's boosted like... Guys, this is not... I know this isn't super entertaining to watch because these videos are all over the internet, but guys, this is the last war, so you're just going to have to bear with me. We're doing this for the win. For the win. I think I got more than anyone ever expected footage of Sentry and Hood, 2 of my favorite champions in the game this season, and I'll just defend myself a little bit. Corvus is one of my favorite champions. I think he's so cool, and I think I got kind of lucky that one of my favorite champions is so good. So that would be the same. You'd be sick of Quake if I had Quake. Trust me, you would be very sick of Quake. So here goes Corvus versus the Iron Man Infinity War. Right off the bat, I have to bait a special 1 and break that armor. Being very cautious because I put the advanced power boost on, and I'm backing off. I know I can drain him from 3 bars of power. I love this ability. I still might have to eat a special 3, but look at this. I have another special 2 because of the boosts. Iron Man realizes that he's in trouble. He needs to throw a special 2. I dodge it, and I'm just going to dodge this and throw 1 more, guys. It's all over. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's so expensive, but it's too easy. People are going to have to start throwing somebody else on this node. But, hey, that being said, we get kills with Iron Man. Every once in a while, the attacker on Path 9 doesn't have the perfect counter, and the Alliance who's playing it doesn't switch it up. They send their normal guy down that path, and the Iron Man gets the kill. If you don't bring Corvus in there, you're taking a big risk. So anyway, I dueled Heimdall about 5 times with Hood. It went really well. It was a long fight, but man, the boosts, they were calling me. I said, no, I'm not taking this risk. Let's go, Heimdall, let's go. And this is not great placement. Nothing against these guys. I know that if Heimdall did get to his special 2, I'd be in trouble because of the whole unblockable and unevadable thing. That's pretty crazy, but he's not going to get to his special 2. I'm just going to bait it. I'm going to throw another... I knew that would kill him because I did the quick math in my head. So there goes Heimdall. I actually, I do get a slight bit of Korg action. The attack bonus was all gone, so they said, guys, swarm it. And we started racking up the deaths pretty quick. I thought I was good at this. I've dueled Korg at least with Hood, and I like bringing Hood because of how long the fights are in the duel, because I can just keep going and going and going, especially if I make a mistake. I usually can go invisible and evade the special 1. So I've dueled this guy maybe like 50 times with Hood, and I was ready for it, except... I guess I wasn't. I should have dueled right before I started. I take some damage here. I still got suicides on, and I, for some reason, decided to punish that medium. And he was unstoppable, of course, and he kills me. What a total waste, but at least I didn't waste an attack bonus, and I did hurt my record a little bit. That death does count. Every death counts. So I go up to 72-5 for the total season. We won the war, guys. We're in Plat 1. That's really cool. This is the best spot in Plat 1, which is at the very bottom. It's the cheapest spot. So I don't know exactly which spot we're in. We're gonna end up in, but we did win the war, and it pretty much clinches it for us for Plat 1. So I'll have a season opening. I want to be on top of it, and then I'm going to experiment around a little during the off season. Going to get you some Emma Frost attack gameplay. Going to get some Phoenix. So last off season was all about Sentry and Hood, and then practicing with them, and then taking Sentry and Hood into season 4 for the attack. This off season is going to be about Emma and Phoenix, and taking those two in for the attack next season, hopefully. Emma has, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I predicted that she would not be a strong defender, and I think that she's not. I hoped she would be a good defender, but at least in the podcast I did, I said she wouldn't be a good defender. And from what I'm seeing so far, the Emmas are pretty much under wraps at this tier. I can imagine at lower tiers that people who don't, play the game as much as some of us do, that she's probably doing pretty well. But the reverse controls is not a big deal with the animations that she has. It would be more difficult if there was multiple swipes and maybe it wasn't punishable, but both of her specials are very easily punishable. So unfortunately, but fortunately for me, she's a great attacker, and she's not going to be terrible on this path. So we'll see how that goes. Diamond formed, stun immune. She's going to be good for Quake. She's going to be good for anybody but Iron Man Infinity War on the Spite node. Because of the bleed and the high damage. And she's going to be good for boss killing, I think. Potentially even Medusa boss killing. So we'll see what we can do, guys. I will work to keep the diversity coming. It's really fun for me. This has probably been my favorite season so far. Even better than the Master season, just because of all the different champs I was get to use. Oh, and I wanted to say one more thing. NOX, good war to you guys. I heard some really great things from our officers. Everyone was super polite, and NOX's season was on the line as well for Plat 1, and everyone was just real respectful and such good sports. And, there was some banter in the Alliance 4 chat, but we've had some, matchups where alliances are just extremely rude, whether they're being really, they're beating us into the ground and they're talking, smack about it, or whether we're beating them and they're telling us we're piloting or whatever. I don't know. But no, we just had a really good matchup. Both teams fought to the very bitter end. We thought they were going to win for a little bit, then they thought we were going to win, and then it went back and forth, and then it all came down to a few fights, and we pulled it off. So good war to you guys. If you never know, the alliances have been docked a lot this season. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Hopefully some miracle happens. But yeah, it looks like we took this one. So that'll be it for the season, guys. I'll see you in the rewards opening, and take care.